Hello viewers, and welcome on this new video. Thank you for watching. As I told you previously, I wanted to try the new 890R, and the bike was in my KTM dealer for around 1 month, but due to the bad weather I had to wait. And now the weather is pretty good, and I took the chance to try this bike, even if I already have the 1290. And I must say, I've been riding this bike for around half an hour. This bike is simply great. This bike is nice, really. It's an amazing bike. But before everything, a bit of history. In 2018, KTM decided to enter the mid-size market with a new bike called the 790. It was 799cc with 106 horsepower, around 78 foot-pound of torque for 340 pounds without the fuel. And it was a special bike because even the engine was new for KTM. It's an inline 2 engine. So there were some few problems, because on the mid-size market you already have some great bikes such as the Triumph Triple 765R or the MT-09 or the Z900 or the Ducati Monster 821, and all these bikes are around 120 horsepower. So everybody was waiting for KTM to produce a more powerful bike, and it was supposed to be the 790R. But in 2019, during the EICMA in Milan, KTM presented the 890R, which is supposed to be an upgraded version of the 790R. So here we are on this 890R. It is now 121 horsepower, 89 foot-pound of torque, 333 pounds, it's lighter than the previous one, and always the same inline 2 engine, but now with 890cc. And I must say that I did not take this bike simply because when I went to the KTM dealer, there was the 1290 already available, and the 890s were late due to, as I said, the COVID-19. But now that I'm riding this bike, that is why I'm asking in the title of my video, maybe that I should have waited a bit more for this bike. And we are going to discuss about that a few minutes later, but now I will show you the bike.
Hello viewers, so now here is the presentation of this new 890R. First of all, I would like to thank my KTM dealer, Adrenaline Moto, who allowed me to take the bike for a ride and try the bike for a few hours. As I told you, the 890R is an upgraded version of the 790R, but generally when you look at it, it looks like a 790R, but there are a few things that have been changed to make this bike even more powerful and even more pleasant to ride. And they say during the EICMA, if the scalpel, the 790 was called the scalpel and was very sharp, this one is even sharper. And I must say that it's quite true, even if I did not push it to the limit, but you can already feel it even when riding at regular speeds. So let's go back to the front of the bike. As you can see now, this new 890R has Brembo Stilema calipers, radial calipers. The brake discs are 320 millimeters, the same as on the Super Duke. But one difference is that now you have a master cylinder from MCS that allows you to adjust the filling of the brake, which is nice. You already have new WP Apex fork. It's 43 millimeter and it's fully adjustable, and that's what people wanted and why people expected the 790R. This inline 2 engine is now 890cc and delivers 121 horsepower for around 89 foot-pound of torque. The tank is 3.7 gallons, which is quite good. So they changed a bit the positioning of the foot pegs. So now you're in a much more sportier position when you ride the bike, but it's nothing excessive. You still feel very comfortable, and I can tell you that compared to my 1290, I feel better on this one than on the 1290, where I'm always like attacking or going for a race. This exhaust looks ugly, but its sound is nice, and you have some very nice pops when you decelerate and things like that. It's really nice. The sound is very good. So on the 890R, as you can see, you have no rear seat, so you have directly a seat cover, and you have no rear foot pegs. So here it is, the new 890R, and I'm gonna ride it back to the KTM dealer, and I will give you my final thoughts and impressions on the bike. But I can tell you, even if I do own a 1290, and if I had the money, I think I'd buy one. It's a different feeling, it's a different philosophy. It's really, I don't know how to say it, but we'll discuss that later on the video. Thank you.
Dear viewers, so let's come back to this bike. As you may have guessed, I'm still really disturbed about this bike. I mean, to be honest with you, if I went to the KTM dealer and that they had no 1290 but just this 890R, I would have chosen this bike. Just look, I am in town around 35 miles per hour in third gear, 3000 RPM. It's not shaking. I can feel it shake when it's at around 2000, but it's still good, no problem with that. The bike was perfect in the twisties, and I think it's even better than the 1290. It's easier to flip from one side to another, to lean it from one angle to another, and in town it's just nice to ride. Of course, the 1290 is a beast, and that was my dream bike. That is my dream bike, and I really love it. But if I had to choose another bike for my everyday's ride and for going to work or something like that, maybe I'd take this one, because the 1290 is like a big dragon, and this dragon, even if it's tame, it can hurt you, and it needs all your attention when you ride it, especially when you want to ride it fast. You need to be aware that you're on something really powerful. This one is not as powerful, but it accelerates quite well, and it handles very well, especially in the twisties. And I think that's where you enjoy your bike, not in straight lines like this one. I'm sorry for this video. I'm just trying to give you my opinion on the bike, and I'm trying to be as honest as I can. But I must say that if I have the money, maybe I'll buy one of these, simply because I love to ride it. It's comfortable. I have the quick shifter. I can switch gears. Oh, it's very smooth. I'm just switching up, down, down. It's even smoother than on the Super Duke, and it's normal, because on the Super Duke you have to be at quite high revs if you want to use the quick shifter. Here it's not the case. You can ride slowly in town and use the shifter like I'm doing. Just, I mean, a little issue with this bike, I think that the shifter is a bit hard, but they already told me before. But it's fine, I can live with that. So yeah, I think that will be it for me on this review. If you have any questions or if I missed something, just send me, put it in comment and I will reply to you. But go try the bike and you will see. I need to compare it to other mid-size roadsters. So if you have any idea, I was thinking about the new Triumph 765R or the RS. So if you think that it's a good bike, I will go and try it, because I need to compare this in order to settle with my feelings, because I don't know what to think. I'm really surprised, and as I told you, I love the 1290, but this one I love it too, I think even more. Okay, thank you guys, and see you.